we really do have quite the posse following us around, and I'm loving it. Now, before you're like, wait a second, did I miss an episode? No, you did not. Unless you're new to the channel, then welcome, glad you're here. But we gotta get down to brass tacks here, which is that I have a lost episode. Essentially, I recorded an entire episode literally just now. I recorded 40 minutes worth, and I went to edit it, and all of my audio is just not working on it. It's like unusable audio for commentary. However, the footage is still there. So what did we do in this lost episode? Well, I went and killed Moonlord, which actually, to be completely fair, is probably the least offensive thing that we could have done, because like everybody's killed Moonlord. It's not that exciting. It's the Moonlord. We killed them and we got a bunch of stuff. So essentially, by killing the Moonlord, we got the Luminite bars. Luminite bars allowed us to make the Stardust armor. Because we have the Luminite bars, we also are able to upgrade to the Seraph Tracers, which is what we got now. So this essentially replaces our wings, despite that, like the Stardust wings have a flight time of 180 or 190 or something like that. The Seraph Tracers have a lower flight time. However, we gain all the bonuses of the boots and wings in one slot. So it frees up a slot over here, which I have yet to fill. Then I also got a couple weapons. So I made the Elemental Axe by using the Luminite bar, and everything else. Don't worry, I'll show you the Moonlord fight in a second, because since I still have that footage, I may as well just throw it in there. You have to make the Galactica singularities, which actually just come from all of the fragments. Pretty easy to do. I also made the Flowers of Mortality with the Wither Blossom Staff and the Viral Sprout. It's this thing flying. Actually, here, let's put this back to daytime. So it's this thing flying around me that you can see there. Worry not if you're new to the channel and you see like, oh, he's playing in journey mode. No, I'm still playing on master mode, death mode. I'm using the journey mode to reduce the amount of farming that is required in the mod. All right, so we did that. What else did I do? I went over to start attempting the Profaned Guardians, which I attempted twice using the Profaned Shard. But in order to make this, you first have to go over there and kill a bunch of enemies to get Unholy Essence in the Hallowed. And I got that. So then we made the Profaned Shard, and then we did the Profaned Guardians. And I died twice to them, and then that was the end of the episode. That's all that you've missed. So to catch you up on the Moonlord fight, which you missed, I'm going to put the entirety of it right now. I'm not going to do any commentary over it because I'm short on time now that I'm recording a second episode when I wasn't planning to. I just don't have the time now. So this is going to be a short episode for sure, but let's put that Moonlord fight in so you can see it. I forgot to mention that we also got this crystal staff, the rainbow crystal staff from the Moon Lord. But yeah, I almost died, if I recall correctly, fighting the Moon Lord. But you know, it was fine. We did it. I thought about going back to the Terra Prisma instead of using the probes like we were using. And at certain points, like when the heart was open, it would have been easier to have the Terra Prisma because it seemed like it was tracking a lot better in the previous attempts that I had done to hit the heart. But overall, I think the probes did a fine job. So it's a good summon against Moonlord. So yeah, we have a couple sentries. We have the energy staff and the rainbow crystal staff. We have the flowers, which are what's floating around us, and we have all of these axes, which are doing the bulk of our damage. So with that out of the way, we're going to quickly go over to the desert, and which will, because it's right next to our hallowed, we'll do some Profaned Guardians here and just do a couple of those, and I think I might wrap up the episode there. Like I said, a short one. However, I did want to mention that there is, goodness, what's it? The Luminite bars make, let's see, here's the thing. Yeah, so the Luminite bars make the voltage regulation system for our code breaker, right? We can make this, but we need the underworld schematic to be deciphered. So I have to go down to the underworld. It's on the right-hand side. Somewhere the lab is over here. We go to the lab, we find the schematic, we use the schematic to decipher, and then that allows me to make the snake eyes. So it's surveillance drones equipped with a strong electric field, which can be directed at enemies. Summons a mechanical watcher that zaps and flies around your enemies. So we just need the underworld schematic. Once we get the voltage regulation system, we should be able, yeah, it says allows you to decrypt the ice biome schematic. So we might be able to make some pretty cool stuff with that. Okay, now let's try the Profaned Guardians. The big issue with these guys, I think at least, big issue with these guys, is that they have very large projectiles that are hard to dodge. As you can see, I literally just walked into those and took a bunch of damage, and they do a lot of damage. But if you can dodge this stuff, it's not that difficult. And we can use our Rod of Discord to do a bit of dodging here as well. So like there, it's too dangerous, so we're just gonna flip back over. I'm trying to use my sentry to do damage there as well. No, there's no way getting out of that one. These projectiles are fairly brutal. They're really hard to dodge. Oh my goodness, I keep doubling back into one. So I think what I need to do, honestly, is just give it a wider burst like that. If I could kill one of these things, it's gonna get a lot easier. In my 2 attempts that I did in the previous Lost episode, that happened almost every time when I died, but I got one of them super low. So, you know, I think we should try that again. I think we should just try it again, right? Let's just add a little bit more to this episode. It's pretty bad that I just don't have that stuff. It sucks. But if you've ever made content like this, it's happened to literally everybody at one point. Just like random, unexplainable tech issues. Let's keep that one down. All right, and let's also switch this back to daytime. One of these like enrages, I think it's actually, what is it? Is it Providence? I think it's Providence that enrages. Enrages when fought during nighttime or when outside in the Hallow or Underdark. Yeah. Interesting. Or I said Underdark, I meant Underworld. Wow, too much D&D in my life, you know what I mean? So, how can you be outside in the, oh no, so okay, I get it. So it enrages when fought during the nighttime, or when you're outside the Hallow or Underworld. Gotcha. Not outside in the Hallowed Realms. Right, you see the difference? It's when you're not in those biomes, not when you're out in the open in those biomes. Subtle difference. I took a hit there, but my health didn't go down? Oh, maybe it did. That's very odd. Something funky happened there. And now I'm all thrown off, and now I'm getting hit by stupid crap. Maybe what I need to do is do a little bit more of a giant circle Actually, you know what? That might be a lot easier because otherwise it's just like constantly following me, which tells me that if I put this a little higher, it might be a little easier to hit these things. Oh, this is like way easier just doing a giant circle. Okay. I mean, if I could get adrenaline here, that'd be great, right? Did we get one? I think we killed one. The other two are not happy. They are not happy with that. I mean, I wouldn't be either if I were them. Let's just keep flying around, letting our stuff do their thing. I heal. Oh my goodness, I'm so close to death. I need to live here. Swash. Use the teleport if I need to. I heal. Let's keep it together. Oof, that was close. Okay, this is way easier. Just do a circle. You want a tip for Profaned Guardians? Do a freaking circle. That's the pro tip here. Big ol' circle. It means that the projectiles aren't chasing you down. I'm glad I figured that out. Oh, got 2 adrenalines there, which is great because this guy is very angry at us. Oh my goodness, he's fast. Oh, I remember this actually. This is all coming back to me with the rogue. It made it very difficult because of how fast it got. I might have to use the teleport here. I'm gonna stop whipping just in case I do need to teleport. Because if I'm in the middle of whipping, the Rod of Discord does not work. Oh, okay, we did it. Yikes. Not easy. No, no whatchamacallit. No treasure bag. So if I want more stuff from him, I'm gonna have to do more stuff. All right, what do we get? Profaned Flame. Material, some sort of ancient machine, seems to be missing pieces. It turns into the Profaned Cycle. When you need to go somewhere in style, Profaned Goddess's curse haunts the cycle, cutting your damage and health dramatically if a boss is nearby. What? Oh, is it like a mount? Oh, it's a mount. Okay, I get it. Profaned Guardian plushie, Profaned Core, someone's Providence when used in the Hallowed or Underworld. Unique drop changes depending on the biome fought in, enrages when fought during nighttime or when outside, consumable. Okay. Then we also have Profaned Guardians, the ever-rejuvenating guardians of the Profaned Flame. Much like the phoenix from the ashes, their deaths are simply a part of the life cycle. Many times my forces have had to destroy these beings in search of the Profaned Goddess. Yep. And then we got a Relic of Deliverance. Summons a spear that causes you to lunge towards the mouse position. The spear requires a charge up. The longer the charge, the stronger the lunge. The spear disappears immediately if you are not holding this item while charging. If enough time has passed or the spear collides into a wall, the spear dies and the lunge ends. Interesting. Relic of Convergence creates a profane crystal that charges power. Holding out the crystal slows the player down. At the end of this, the crystal heals the player for 70 HP. Ooh, that's really interesting too. Let's go ahead and get that. I actually don't really need any of that. So I am going to check out the loot pool in just a second, but we did it in the last episode to do the whatchamacallit, the relic for Moonlord. Well, no, my wings just don't let me fly as much as I used to, but it's totally worth it because we get boots and wings. Also, I totally forgot to fill that accessory slot. I still did it. Profaned Guardians relic. Bam. So look, now we got the Moonlord and Profaned Guardians. Did that in one day. I feel pretty good about that. The Dragon Folly, Providence, Ceaseless Void, Stormweaver, Cygnus, and Poltergeist, I would all group into like one area. Or actually, I would do it as in Dragon Folly first, Providence, maybe next, but Ceaseless Void, Stormweaver, Cygnus, and Poltergeist, that's all, in my opinion, grouped into one section of bosses, and you can kind of do them in whatever order. If you're having issues with Providence, some of these can be easier, but like at this point, look how close we are to the end. Unfortunately, this is like when Calamity begins, is post Moonlord, and we're gonna start hitting walls. Poltergeist was a wall for me during the Rogue series. Devourer of Gods was not. I used a freaking dumbbell against him and it was awesome, but Yaron will be. Exomex definitely are going to be. Supreme Calamitous 100% is going to be. The Adult Eidolon Worm is just kind of bonus at the end. Cool. Okay, so let me know in the comments what you think I should do summoner-wise for this next stuff, especially for Dragon Folly. What do you think I should throw in there for that? Or what summoning items should I go for? Especially what kind of accessories? Let me know in the comments.